All right. And we are live. Yes, yes. So, Misha,
Hi.
you know what? Where have you been?
In the house, at work, trying to stay safe, trying to stay
Oh, I've been
busy.
seeing you. Well, you ain't been in the house though, because I've been seeing your
Well,
pictures with your friends and your
well, she
coworkers.
wiggles. She wiggles here and there, you know, just a little dash, nothing too crazy.
Now, what did y'all celebrate? Y'all just celebrated something, didn't you?
So we were in New York celebrating Glitz is a sister organization celebrating their inaugural annual picnic. So that was really cool. Had some live performances, some food, some clothes, went to the zoo. It was cute.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to all the ladies that you do all that oh so important work with. The only one I know is Ciora.
Yeah, that's a
So,
ED here at Sisters, and then there's Cayenne in New York City. So she has splits there. They have a lot more money than we do, but we work together. Yeah, we're going to Puerto Rico together in 2 months
oh, okay.
for a working
Ooh.
retreat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It'll be fun for everyone except me and the other assistant. So we get the brunt of all the fun stuff.
What, like I gotta go and get the food or something or what?
Get the food, get me some cigarettes, go to the store and get me some wig glue. Can you get some paper? Oh, we need highlighters.
Oh, wow.
So and so lost their luggage. Can you get me a juice?
Oh,
Very much
wow.
that. Yeah.
I hope they got Walmart down there. I feel like capitalism would have put a Walmart everywhere on this
No, there's a
planet, but
lovely
like
Walgreens. There's a lovely Walgreens at the
a
end of the
Walgreens.
cul-de-sac. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that works. That
Yeah, but they
definitely
sell
works.
liquor, so it works.
Oh yeah, hey, I love that. I used to love going to CVS to get liquor back in Wisconsin. They always had a good deal. Their liquor
Mm-hmm.
was on sale, so you have your CVS card ready to go. That
Mm-hmm.
was when I was, struggling. So I was drinking that Smirnoff vodka.
I mean, hey,
Ugh, I can't. Oh
it'll
God, I
get you
can't.
together real quick. Now
Yeah,
tomorrow is a different story, but today is gonna be a fun day.
absolutely, absolutely cannot. Oh Lord, but that would lead to my hangover Sundays where I would watch Catfish all day on repeat.
Oh, not him. Not what's his name?
Neve,
Nas?
Neve,
Neve. Yeah.
Neve and Max. They carried me
Neve
through
and
my
Max.
Sundays. And then when it wasn't them, it was the dude on Bar Rescue, which I just found out was like, uh, conservative. I was disappointed.
Oh, well, they always get a few million and you'll change too, apparently.
Like he was on Fox News shitting on people that like didn't want to work for nothing. And I'm just like, really, dude? I hate that shit. I'm sorry. It was the worst.
Especially
Which
coming out of the pandemic. People don't want to work and they get a lot of people have made a lot of good money from unemployment. So can't knock it.
and a lot of good money from something else we're going to be talking about tonight.
What
So
do you mean,
we're not.
Blockbuster?
Yes,
Working
Blockbuster. Blockbuster been on fleek all pandemic. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. That's so yeah. I'm
not on
old.
fleek. I mean,
Don't judge
hey,
me. I'm old.
30 plus is great.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let's get down to business.
Blockbuster.
Everybody, welcome to yet another episode of the Men Like Us podcast. It is a podcast made by men for men. It's just my space, the men's space. I do have lovely ladies join me once in a while, but this is all for the fellas. Hopefully, guys, so spur conversation, get you to think a little bit about, how you see yourself in your attraction. The front half of the show won't be helping out so much for that, but the back half will be. But I just want you guys to really understand where you're at and just start to get your own ideas about who you are and who you want to be. So I will just say hey to everybody in the audience first. What's going on, Roy? I'm sorry, Ryan, Roy, Marcus, Cookie, or Michaela, Danae. What's up? So Y'all, well, first I need to introduce my guest, first time guest, Misha. What's going on, Misha?
Just hanging out. Busy Friday. Busy Saturday.
I
No rest
appreciate
for the
you.
weary.
I appreciate you hopping on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a last minute deal because a lot of people had canceled. I'm like, I need somebody on. So my friend Misha was here in the mix. She has gone from playing on my stream to being a part of it. So that's where we're at right now. But I love Misha. We kick it a lot in Clubhouse. I definitely need to get that back up and going a little bit more. Our rooms used to be cracking. And I kind of just stopped doing them a little bit more,
He got grand, y'all. He got grand and went off.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of new personalities out there that's definitely going to be joining us. It's going to be dope. So for those of you that haven't gotten on the Clubhouse, follow me at MLU Chris or at Big Chris TX. Those are both of my accounts. It's a good, cool out space. But, what's going on, Zay? But we get into it. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I didn't get it. But I got to pull it out here. Not it, but there's some materials that I need to show off. Did I put that in this group? I did. Cool. So sorry, y'all. I just wanted to be ready for this. So we are talking about the death of OnlyFans. OnlyFans has made a monumental shift that will affect several content creators, a lot of sex workers. It's going to fuck with a lot of people's money, a lot of women's money. So effective October, where is this at? And let me share my screen here so y'all can see the email that got sent out to content creators. Because luckily, even I do have friends that are content creators. Believe it or not, we're cool. So, yeah. This thing, let me see if I can zoom in on this so y'all can actually sort of read it. Nope, that ain't gonna work.
Oh, I gotta put on my glasses for this?
No, I'll just read it. Anywho, it just says,
okay.
This email is pretty much there's a change to their acceptable use policy going into effect on October 1st, 2021. So that's less than 2 months. It's like a month and 10 days, really. So the new policy will prohibit posting of any new content containing sexually explicit conduct. What is sexually explicit conduct in their mind? I got that. We're going to go through that real quick. One second. Let me pull it up. So sexually explicit content in their mind. Where is it at? There we go. It's pretty much right here. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Yes, I can. All right. It's pretty much section B here. Anything that is actual or simulated sexual intercourse, including genital to genital, oral to genital, whatever, simulated masturbation, any exhibition of anus or genitals of any person which is extreme or offensive, simulated materials, actual or simulated materials depicting body fluid, secretions. So essentially, they're just saying you can be naked on OnlyFans, but we are not going to allow porn. So, they have made a shift towards only allowing Playboy style content on OnlyFans. So the news stories went out yesterday. Then all the content creators saying, oh, it's fake. We got this email saying they're not getting rid of nudity. Well, OnlyFans loves wordplay, apparently, because it's true. They're not getting rid of nudity. But they're only doing tasteful nudity, which is just nude. You can't be touching yourself. You can't be masturbating. You can't have nobody else on there. You can't be fucking. None of that shit. No bodily secretions of any kind. It is Playboy only. And we all know that's not what OnlyFans has been. And that shit ain't gonna sell. So, that's leaving a lot of content creators in the lurch because also, I happen to know that website does not make it easy to recall your content. Like, if you want to take all your content and download it from OnlyFans, take it and go somewhere else and put it up there, it's tough. They don't make it easy to download your shit from their servers. Once you give it to them, it's theirs. They don't want to give it back at all. But, since this is a show that's focused on an experience that is at least parallel with the trans community, we're going to talk about that shit, how it affects the women, because, what I really want to share is like, I like OnlyFans, believe it or not. I know everybody thinks I'm like anti-sex work all day, every day, but like, I actually like OnlyFans because it gives power, or it gave power to a lot of Black trans women to go out there and get their own fucking money without companies like Ruby or whatever the fuck other large companies ran by, gross fat white men. It made it so that they didn't have to be under the thumb of these people to get their money. And what's sad is now a lot of girls kind of have to go back to those larger porn companies to get exposure and to help with marketing and whatever else. It sucks that they have to go back to these people because those porn companies pay Black trans actresses. They pay them less than their white peers. And, with OnlyFans, the women could set their own prices. They had freedom. They could set their own prices. They didn't have to play the politics game. They didn't have to appease these disgusting men that are running these large porn companies. And it was very dope. And I really hate that age is over with. All right, that's enough of my monologue, Misha. I'm going to let you chime in. So what do you think about all this?
It sucks. I mean, what is the Tumblr's going on? I don't like it, but I mean, I wonder if like just my fans or that other site would be similar as far as like a migration. Because I know that when Tumblr did their change, a lot of people went to other sites, but I wonder how that navigates when you're.
They went to Twitter. Everybody.
It was Twitter and it was something else. It was not FetLife. It was something else, but Twitter even still bans people for posting adult content.
Really?
There's a lot of it still there. It's a lot of it still there, but sometimes
I mean, that's the only reason I'm on Twitter half the time.
You're not there to network? No, of course.
I mean, look, I have multiple accounts on Twitter. Y'all will never know which account is for what, but there is a Men Like Us account on Twitter, so please follow that shit. But I just knew how many women is like on OnlyFans and how big of a part of their like business it is, because I'm like, yo, and actually Twitter's gonna lose out. Twitter's gonna lose out because what are they promoting now? Because Twitter was the main place they would promote OnlyFans. So that's less views. 1%. Yep, exactly. Top 1%, whatever. That's less time on site, less engagement, less views. Your platform view, your app use is going to go down. Twitter's going to suffer from this, but Twitter's still going to have a roof over its head, while some of these women will have to resort back to going out on the street or putting up ads elsewhere, redouble their efforts elsewhere, because OnlyFans shit the bed. And yes, there are other sites, but from what I understand, ManyVids and Just for Fans are they're not good replacements, from what some women have told me. OnlyFans is already a shitty, buggy website. Like, and I've been working in web since I started professionally, I guess, since I graduated college. So it's just like, the UX on that shit, the user experience is really shitty on OnlyFans. That's why I was on there for a month, and I'm like, I can't. The site keeps crashing. It just shit keeps breaking down. Like, no, I'm out. Yeah, I went back to the free shit because the site, and if those other places are even worse, jeez. So
It just sucks because so many people were able to become like their own boss, like entrepreneurs through their content.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure where this all came from. It has to be from, I guess, shareholders or whatever. I'm not sure if they had a parent company, but you lose a sense of agency over yourself because you have to, like you said, go to these larger companies where you aren't valued because they put a price on you instead of you naming your own price.
Yes. And your price is lower if you're Black. Like, oh, disgusting. Sorry,
If you're
I'm never gonna.
if you're Black, it just keeps going down.
I'm never gonna join a groupie site again. Like, I was absolutely disgusted when I found out that Black trans women get paid less, like they're less valuable. I'm just like, disgusting. Anywho, yes, Michaela, OnlyFans was a legit business. It's sad, but now the girls are going back to the streets. I would say any woman that's watching, anybody who's under the sound of my voice right now who has been on OnlyFans or is in that space, let this be a life lesson that saving your money is important, because stacking the ducats is important. Because on my last podcast, I interviewed a woman who was pulling down $30,000 a month on OnlyFans. I'll be goddamn if you better not be homeless after making that amount of money. Like, 1 month you was pulling down
content real quick,
right? Like, get this last month in, shit. But it was just like, yo, that's a month. And that, when I interviewed her, that was 2019. So it was just like, that's a lot of money. Great, and great that she's making all that money, but it's just like, I don't want to see you out here complaining that you're homeless or that you ain't got this and that. Save your money. Even if you're pulling down 10 G's a month, that's Kevin Samuels high value man level. Like, you ain't broke off of that, but you got to save. But I don't want to
pay them taxes.
Oh yeah, that shit. And I don't want to put anything on the girls. Girls, like, I will say yes. It definitely in this specific case, sex workers fucking lose, and that sucks. I think OnlyFans was just a great tool to save people from engaging in acts that they didn't want to, and they can make money. And there were other male I know I've been in spaces with other like male content creators and there's starting to be this whole like little amateur content creator circle where everybody knew each other, everybody worked with each other, they knew everybody was clean, and it was just like really dope to see these people start to create and network. Because especially in the trans space, there are no Black stakeholders. It's all white and Latin folks doing that. So, I don't know. Hopefully, some of these people just come together and just start making websites. I don't know what. I mean, they can go to these other platforms, but now you're splitting the audience where everybody was just on OnlyFans. So I don't know what that new platform is. I hope that there is just one, and women can still make their money. Because I just see it as safe. It's just so much safer. And, what's the priority? Saving lives. The deaths. Like, that's what's important. So
it was definitely an alternative to men you don't know, or being in these streets where you aren't protected by the law in most states. And then you can be creative. You can market yourself. You can collaborate, like you mentioned, and there was this network of folk who work together, and then partnering with sites like Twitter to say, hey, I'm in the top 1%, the top 0.5, whatever, content creators. And now you have to go back, and people quit their jobs because they were making enough money on their own through OnlyFans. Like, what does that look like after the fact? Do you go work at a call center? Like, what do you do after that? I don't know.
I mean, let's be honest, the 9-to-5 job struggle has never been one of getting quick money. There's investment, and it's patience and climbing up the corporate ladder or whatever, going from that job and trying to make yourself into this and reinvent yourself over at this company and, be this. And now you're climbing, and now you're making, 5-10 years later, now you're making more than enough money for yourself. But it just, in the meantime, nobody wants to struggle, and I get that. So, I just think it's absolutely horrible that let's just go on. And Ryan, to your point, you said women made money, but one man at the top was making all the money. That's always been the way that's always the way it's been, from old school, pimps to GoDaddy and any other web hosting company, because you have to pay money to be on somebody's platform. OnlyFans essentially did what Facebook did and Instagram did, was we'll give you a website on our site. So you don't have to go and make a Wix site. You don't have to go and make a big old porn site, hire a developer, all that stuff. Just come on our site, make an account, and now you have your own web page that you can send out links to. That's essentially what they did. But, without OnlyFans before, they had to pay a web hosting company or pay a company that service porn sites, pay somebody to handle all the legal shit and put all the legal jargon on your site, get a developer specifically for that, pay for extra web space, because OnlyFans, you didn't have to pay for the web space. Your own website, you have to pay for all the space that your video takes on the server somewhere. It's just a whole lot of expenses that just OnlyFans kind of took away. And, so you're always, these women are always going to be paying somebody to be on the internet. I don't know of a situation where they wouldn't be, really. But T.S. Madison had to pay, but she made her coin and she's doing her thing. Shout out to T.S. Madison.
BDB.
Yep. BDB. Oh, I love it. I used to love her vines.
Oh man.
It's like, hell, they trying to cut off my dick. Where was she at the door dancing like bigdickbitch.com? It was cool, but I didn't know how viral she went until I saw a child doing the dance at the door, singing. I said, "Oh, she made it. That's viral. That's truly viral when you have children imitating your video. You made it.
It's catchy.
Apparently. Yes, G Mike. Shout out to the burner accounts. Hey, it happens. Everybody's got them. I am human, sir. I am human. I have always professed I'm a man. I never said I was a perfect one or one that did not enjoy porn or any of that kind of stuff. So
just stay at my bookmarks.
Yes.
That's between me and Jesus.
There you go. It's going to be a lot of murders. Michaela saying that. Yeah. Yeah, and we got somebody commenting that's not saying good things. But JJ, what's going on, bro? JJ was actually in our in our support group session this past Thursday. We had our first support group session on Zoom. We do them every Thursday now. So it was pretty dope experience with us. So thanks for joining us, man. And he asks, his question is, do you guys think sex workers will be the next movement calling for change, and do you think it will happen within our lifetime? Well, they're already calling for change.
Yeah.
So that's already in the works. It's already happening. I don't know. I know a girl in New York named T.S. Barbie. She does a lot of work advocating for sex workers. And I know there's plenty of other people out there advocating for sex workers. I know that's, sex work is always in the mix with a lot of trans activist organizations as well. So,
You were definitely trying to get it at least decriminalized or lessened to a different kind of charge. And so what you see is in some cities or states, they try to do like the European model where you have to register as a sex worker, which is like, okay, that's great. It's a little bit safer, but now you're in the system as a deviant worker, which is better than nothing, but this kind of like what's the flip side of that. And so I'd be curious to see what it looks like once it's decriminalized or if it's made into like work. I don't know how that looks in America with all these conservative Christians out in the mix.
Well, what I think it would do in a lot of large Democratic controlled cities, it would allow them to probably unionize.
Yeah.
And because I would see sex workers on the same level as like electricians, plumbers, like people that are independent, but they're in a union and they're protected in a certain way and they can advocate and put money together and, lobby and all that kind of stuff. So I would see it forming into a situation where there's unions, and then the union dictates, okay, this is how companies that employ us have to operate, and kind of like Hollywood when it's a non-union film, well, they do all sorts of fuck shit.
Yeah.
They'll fire people at the drop of a hat. They'll treat people in a kind of way. And sorry, a little bit of nerd knowledge. That old show, the Power Rangers, was a non-union operation. That's how like half the team got fired. And the motherfuckers was like, hey, we should be getting paid extra. Like we should be getting paid right. And then they got rid of 3 of the Power Rangers. And I'm like, oh, ain't that a bitch? That's what happened? Okay. So G Mike, that's a good point you're making there, buddy. That's what OnlyFans is saying. They're saying it has to do with the banks, and I think it's on here. Where is it at? Yes, there we go. So they said, due to the size and rapid growth of OnlyFans, where creators have earned over $5 billion since its inception, we largely rely on large banking institutions and payment processors to facilitate payments between fans and creators. The new rules are necessary to comply. Whatever. All of that is bullshit. I don't believe any of that shit for one fucking minute. One goddamn minute. I don't believe that shit at all.
What does that have to do with the content that's being created? It has nothing to do with the content.
It's an excuse. It's an excuse. Like it's an excuse that they don't have to give a better answer than that. They've given their answer that it's the banks. And it's not our fault. We don't want to do this, but it's the banks. And it's just like, whatever, dude. Like, just be honest. You want more money from other advertisers, and that's fine. It's capitalism. It's your platform. You don't owe anybody shit. You can just do what you want to do. This is sell your company, make more money. That's what happens with tech companies. They build up, they sell off, and that's how you get paid. So, just like Michaela was saying, now they want to go for mainstream. Friday Wiggly says, hopefully the site will die because what else is OnlyFans for anyways? I mean, that's true. But real talk. Tumblr is still around for some reason. I don't even know how Tumblr is even existing anymore, but Tumblr essentially did the same thing.
You can wiggle through.
I mean, you'll lose your traffic. You'll lose a lot of your market share and presence. Like, it's just not good. Rick Gordon says, in my opinion, the site will die very quickly, or at least these queens were safe while making their money. They absolutely were. Yep, Cynthia, it is true. It is true. Oh, yes, they're probably talking about, I'm sorry, I'm going through the comments. They're talking about somebody else. I'm caught up in these comments. Y'all know how we do. I'll be getting caught up in these comments. Lynn, shout out to Lynn. Everybody follow Lynn Vance.
Did she make her purchase?
Watch her web show. Oh, Lynn, did you make your purchase? No.
I need a receipt or a picture.
Uh-oh. We ain't gonna bust her out here, but everybody follow Lynn. She's got her webcast show, so watch her webisodes. But she says, do you think it's because more of the charges are disputed? They say part of the decision was because of the pressure from credit card companies. I don't know, because, I mean, look, let's be real. Primarily men, have been spending money through the form of a credit card on porn since sex lines. Like, since the telephone sex lines, and and then just porn websites in general. Like, I even had to dispute it. Like, I even had to dispute a charge once, where it was like, I didn't sign up for this site. I don't have a member. I don't know what the fuck. No, like, take that off. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I will own my shit when I do it. So like, oh yeah, no, I did subscribe to BigDickBitch.com for one month, but no, I didn't sign up for whatever the fuck that other site is. So it's, I don't know. I think that's always been a part of the picture with this, and a lot of websites that use processing companies. Third-party companies, they don't take the credit card straight up. You have to go through like a third-party company to sign up for a porn website anyway. So I don't think that's anything new. But I mean, that is an interesting part of it, and I'm pretty sure that was part of their struggle. But still, none of this is adding up to a legitimate excuse. Just be honest and say you want to make more fucking money because you need more sponsors and ads and companies that will fuck with you because you don't do porn anymore. Totally fine with that. At least I am. I'm still sad that, you know, greed is leading to people being endangered, you know, especially women in a vulnerable community like the trans community. I really, really hate that, you know, they have lost some of their power. And I really hope another platform blows up in the same way that OnlyFans did, and it can really, you know, give them that power back, because I really don't want to see trans women being exploited by large companies like Groovy. I'm sorry. So just exploitation to the nth degree. You know, I saw I was on it was on my Twitter feed, but it was something from Groovy, and it was like a lady boy from one of the Asian countries, and I'm just like, dude, that is I saw it, I'm like, oh, the exploitation is just so disgusting, absolutely disgusting to me. Like, people over there, people in the Philippines make like $10 a day. Ugh. And you're just, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just shut up, y'all. It's just, it disgusts me. It really is just gross. Absolutely gross to me.
It just sucks that no one got a heads up prior to this coming out. I think the good thing is we do see that this works. People will buy into it, and people are protected, which is like the upside. I'm curious how that would, who can recreate this, and will it be the same situation where it's very successful and popping for a while, and then they conform to capitalism and just pull the rug out again?
I mean, but they were already making a shit ton of money. Like, they just
but
wanted
there's
more.
Always more money to be made.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it is kind of like just showing up and getting a pink slip. But at least they did get some level of heads up. Because I know when I got laid off, I didn't get a month, I didn't get a week. I just showed up and they were like, oh, don't let him log in. I'm like, huh? Oh yeah, we're downsizing. We gotta. That was Fox. Nope, that wasn't Fox. That was Tribune. After my station that got sold, my company, my business, I'm sorry, the business I was working for got sold to another company that downsized. So. So anyway, I'm just saying, I've been laid off before. I got hired back like 4 months later, but it was just, you know, been there.
Grace period.
Been there. So yeah, but you know, it also is, again, it's a lesson in business. If a woman finds herself stuck, like, yo, what do I do? Yo, you need to diversify. You should have been on these other sites already. You should have been looking for other ways to bring in different streams of income. Like, OnlyFans can't just be, that can't be it. And I really feel bad for the women that feel like that have put all their eggs in one basket, because I don't want them out to be like, damn, now I got to go back on the street. Damn, now I got to go rent more motel rooms and have dangerous men in my presence again. Like, I don't want that. I want less people getting killed. I don't want that shit. So I just hope all of this is just a lesson to folks, and hopefully something else fills the void, because there will be a void. So
for sure.
Hopefully there's something, but I promise you this much: as a consumer, I am not going to get an account on Just for Fans, ManyVids, Pornhub, wherever. All these. The only thing that's what made OnlyFans so great, I went to one place, one account,
and you got it all.
I didn't have to go to all these other websites, and I don't do that shit. Just give me one place. That's it. So, you know,
the Amazon is going on.
Right? Oh, Amazon.
Amazon.
Come on, Amazon. I'm surprised Amazon didn't just show up and buy them anyways.
Amazon should create a little channel, a subscription-based channel for.
I mean, a subsidiary of Amazon. Can't be just Amazon stuff. Got to be a other branch, company within a company within a company. You know how they got to do, keep them.
Only Amazon.
Yeah.
.edu.
Let's see here. Ryan Roy says a lot of men on social media are pretending to act like they are taking joy in the end of OnlyFans explicit content while secretly subscribe to multiple OnlyFans accounts. Correct. It's a whole lot of faking out here, and it's kind of trash. Definitely kind of trash. I know I know what I said about OnlyFans in the past. Everything I've said about OnlyFans was in the context of monogamous relationships and my standards for my personal relationships. So I have said that I would date a girl who is on OnlyFans, but I would not date a girl who was getting smashed out by all sorts of other people on OnlyFans. Like, I know it's a weird differentiator, but again, for me, as long as as long as my dick is the only dick going inside of my partner, I'm good. You can be a cam girl, you can show yourself off. You can do whatever. You take dildos on OnlyFans. I don't care. Make that money. Like it's just the outside people. That's the I'm monogamy, one A and B. So that's all I've said about OnlyFans and all that stuff. And I have talked about men looking for love in all the wrong places where they send DMs to all these girls that have all these OnlyFans accounts that they're looking for, and it's just like, you're looking for love in all the wrong places, buddy. A lot of these girls are business minded. They're not on there to be your wife. They're on there to make fucking money. It's a business. So, just those are my previous comments about OnlyFans. I want to be honest about that. So nobody thinks, well, he's anti-OnlyFans anyways. He's fake. No, I do care about the safety of trans women. Like, I don't want to see them get killed. I want to see them end up in places and situations that's safe. So, I'm definitely not here for that. Time to go old school and hop back on MySpace. I mean,
the top 8.
Look, if MySpace repurposed itself to fill the void, they already have the infrastructure. If they repurpose themselves to fill the void, or it was like, oh, to be my friend or be connected to me on MySpace, it costs you $5 a month.
Come through the paywall.
That's essentially what it is. That's Patreon. What OnlyFans is. Oh yeah, Patreon. Well, can you do nude on Patreon? Somebody answer that. I don't know. Let's see, Meg. What's going on? Thanks for coming back. Yep. Says, within my time of watching the community, I've seen a ton of brilliant transgender women and men. The belief system in which I was brought up, sex work has always been a bad thing. My family raised me to believe that you really hit rock bottom if you have to sell your body. I believe that we, the trans community, are better than simply adult entertainment, and that those that have done sex work will find other outlets of creativity to contribute to the community. And I think look, choice is everything. If somebody wants to do this, cool. But I think our society needs to move to a place where they can choose to do this or that. You have the choice, just like Black cis women, especially in Atlanta. You have the choice to get a degree, go get a professional career, or strip. You can do whatever. Nobody forced you into stripping. You just do that. There's women that are strippers there with masters and shit. Like, okay, you just decided that was more money. That's your choice. Cool. And I think that's what more women in this community need. And I would love to see that, is for them to have that choice and the opportunities to go this way or that way. But some of these girls, they only have this way. And it's, at this moment, the rent needs to be paid. How am I going to get that money? I need to get some OnlyFans subscribers. I need to go do this. I need to show off my body. It sucks. It's kind of like for the Black male, I'm just going to go sell some drugs. Like, not every Black man has that degree. Not everybody's in that situation where they can, like, oh, I can do this, or I can go work an office job. Like, but I get what you're saying. But I would love,
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, within community, you try to teach people like, hey, you can do this or do that. That's just with being raised. But I think that in general, folks should stop shaming men or women for doing whatever they have with their body, because that's the only resource that you have until you're out of here. So if you choose to do sex work, or if you have to do sex work, I don't think that people should be shamed regardless, because it's a resource that you may not have the degree to get that job, but you have this body to get that money.
For sure.
If you want, whether it's a need or because you want to. And if you just kind of get rid of that shame level. Yesterday.
And so here's another side of that. When all of this comes into the shaming and all that comes into play, I do think there needs to be space given, and I think the community definitely needs to be a lot. Oh gosh, I don't want to say that, but anywho, I think there needs to be space for people who say, "Hey, everyone, there's another way. Hey, everyone, sex work is cool, but you could also be an IT worker, or ladies, you can also get into cosmetology school and do this. You don't have to do that." And a lot of times when people have that message, they get eviscerated online. Well, you're anti-sex work. Stop shaming this, and this. There needs to be room for that voice to say, "Yo, hey, y'all, they hiring over here. Hey, this is a trans-friendly company. Everybody come and do this, and this." Like, that isn't being anti-sex worker. That's just trying to provide opportunities to women in the community, which obviously we need more of those. Not but there needs to be more of those, because I'm not a part of it. It's
another resource to make money.
Yeah, for sure. So I do think that is also a piece of it, but I'm sorry, I'm an outsider, so let me back out.
How could you? Get out of here.
Back the fuck out. All right, I'm leaving my own show. I'm out.
Oh no.
Y'all finally did it. Y'all finally ran Chris off his own show. No. So now that Misha's on the stream and she ain't playing on my stream no more, here comes Leonzo. Well, rest in peace to OnlyFans, but remember, you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. That somebody else stepped up to play on my stream.
Well, hey, let me get my account together real quick.
Oh man, Leonzo, what's going on, bro? Thanks for joining the stream. Rick Gordon, he says legislation is possible to decriminalize. It's possible. Remember, at one point, being gay alone was illegal, but it was decriminalized. In final words of in the final words, Elder Frederick Douglass, agitate, agitate, agitate. If agitate, change can happen. There you go. Keep on agitating. But I mean, prostitution needs to be legalized. But you know what's going to happen is people are still going to do it illegally. Just like with any other, weed is illegal. Weed is legal in lots of states, but the weed man is still working. The weed man is still out there selling outside the lines instead of saving up ducats or trying. I know it's tough to be the weed man and get a loan and all that junk. It's tough to break into that marijuana industry because I promise you, I've been to a few industry events in Denver, all white faces. I didn't see one black owner get recognized for shit, and I didn't even see one black establishment up in there in Denver. It was really. I'm sorry, at the trade shows, at the award shows, they had little like weed industry awards and trade shows at the venue I used to work at, and it was just no black shop owners. It was people that worked in shops that were black, but so I get how tough that can be. But yeah, the weed man is always going to be working, whether it's just legal or not. So if prostitution is legal and everybody needs to be registered or have a card or have this done right or have that done right. Just like it's people driving illegally, like it's gonna be. Like I just spent some time riding dirty where my plates ain't right, or my license expired. Like I've been there. A lot of people have been too, but
car inspected.
Oh yeah. Well, get on it.
No,
get on it.
That's not my job. I don't do that.
There you go. Fair enough. That's right. That's right. You got a man. So you good. Yeah, she married, y'all. I was married now. So Mike says, I hear OnlyFans isn't really changing. Kind of to, let's say, reset the room. Let me share this one more again. It is changing. When people say it's not changing, they're wrong.
They're still allowing nudity.
They allow nudity, but they do not allow you to upload, post, or display or publish content on OnlyFans that exhibits that is sexually explicit conduct, which means actual simulated sexual intercourse, masturbation, secreting fluids, like all
Real
of that
not.
is out. Yes, because they say simulated, so I guess that's the fake shit. But yeah, so it's a really done deal. They only want Playboy style porn on there. And I guess we're just never going to get to that other
content.
topic. Yeah, the classy, tasteful.
Oh
shit,
yeah,
which is kind of trash as fuck. Nobody
I want
uses
messy.
You want? Oh yeah. No, everybody wants messy. That's why OnlyFans is hot.
Yeah.
Nobody uses
Snap my neck
Tumblr
and throw me in
except
the
whiny
trash.
teens. There we. Oh we. Let's get back more to Gambit. What's going on? All those girls that thought they had 5 years of OnlyFans income. Life happens, folks. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with you on there. Like, kind of. I'm with you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm with you on there, enjoying some of these pompous, like, cis girls that thought they were the shit. Thought they were. I'm a business owner. I know all this shit. I'm making all the money, and it's like, oh my goodness. No, you're not. You're young. I mean, take advantage of what you got while you're young, but like, people that are real entrepreneurs you're not getting invited to their parties. Like, you're self-employed, but you're not an entrepreneur. You're not really a business leader. Like, no. So it was just a lot of people like, well, I know business. And I'm like, you got to watch some of these. I'm sorry, I've been watching a lot of other streams where it's just people just are being such idiots. And I'm like, and the men are sitting there telling them, no, business owners invest. What are you investing your money in? Business owners do this. Are you doing this? Or no, but you can't tell me nothing. I'm making the money and I can buy whatever purses I want. I don't have to save anything. This is going to last forever. What do you know? So on that side of it, yes, I have to be honest. I kind of enjoy it. I kind of want to see those kinds of girls lose. But on the flip side of it, I don't want to see trans women lose in that way. So, I don't want OnlyFans to fall down because women will be unprotected. So I'm definitely not here for that shit. They got me like that. I do 100% agree with Meg. The trans people are people who need to be heard and respected. I also believe sex workers should be heard and respected as well. That's what I'm talking about, JJ. See, that's the homie right there. I love it. Love it. I'm with you on that one, brother. Yes. Lee also says, bro, they just need to bring back Backpage and Craigslist. Yeah. I mean, really, Gambit's on the same page. Backpage is dead and buried. Craigslist, it's in the same place. Like, OnlyFans is joining Backpage and Craigslist. We're going to be like, yeah, remember OnlyFans? Remember Backpage? Remember Craigslist? Like,
the glory days.
Yeah, it's in the same breath.
Back in my day.
Meg says, I don't believe that any of the women are truly at a loss. They found OnlyFans. They will find something else. They will. Yeah, they will. I think the only thing I'm sorry, I didn't even say her name. This is Cynthia. Cynthia Barlow says, the only thing I could think of is that someone or something, not to get political, on the right has been outlawing things that the left, who is now kind of in power, we're comfortable with. For example, the attack on trans kids, the trans community as a whole. I might be wrong. I will say, like, I don't know. I might have said this before. I'm kind of forgetting. This coffee has got my mind just fucking spinning. I don't drink caffeine that often, but I have definitely been annoyed by this whole, like, oh, this is a attack on sex workers. We're the victims. This and this. It's like, it's not about you, sex worker. It's about them making more money.
Yeah.
So this isn't an attack on sex work, period. You are not the victim in that sense, where people are targeting just sex workers only. No, they're targeting money. They want more money.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been getting a little irritated. It was like, oh, this is an attack against sex work. How dare everybody's trying to get rid of sex workers. They're trying to erase sex workers. It's like, no, they just want to make more money. They're not. There is no. if people were really trying to erase sex workers, porn wouldn't have become the most viewed thing on the internet. Period. Like, come on. So I just I'm sorry. It just the logic isn't there. I'm sorry. I hate when things logically don't match up, and it's a personality flaw. Let's see here. Mike says, "I wish MySpace would come back." Patreon,
MySpace
I think you have
music, I believe.
MySpace. What?
I think it switched to music content. Like it's like becoming
really?
music. Yeah, logged on like a couple of years ago, and it was just like musicians and things like that.
Interesting.
I haven't logged on since.
I don't think I've ever had a on my. No, I think I made one. I don't know. I was because Facebook and MySpace used to be like Apple and Android, iPhone and Android. Like you got to pick one or the other. You can't have them both. And you can't. You could have them both, but it was just like I was like, no, I'm in college. I only do Facebook. I'm not out there with the rest of you ruffians. Like I'm up here.
It started out as a college only.
I'm educated. I'm in college, so I was sticking to it on that shit. Then I'm like, well, they're opening it up to everybody. They're ruining Facebook and whatever. All the people on Facebook.
And now grandma's on there.
I love that my grandma's on there. I hate that my mom's on there. And she'll be like, call me, like, why you got to be cussing in your posts? I don't like you using swear words. And I'm like,
unfriend me.
Okay. All right, Mom. I can't be like,
unfriend me. Boom.
Well, you can't snap on Mom. Be like, oh yeah, right. But then she won't get to see anything, and then she'll be like, but where's my birthday post? It's all the things.
Oh, she's on the restricted list. I got it.
Well, she doesn't even have an account. She uses my sister's account to look at all my shit. She will not make her own account, even though all of her friends are on there. Her mother is on there, siblings on there. She won't make her own. So there you go. Whatevs. They're not the Patreon. Let's see here. They're not taking it away. There's just new restrictions. I think we covered that a couple times. I think we covered that after she made this already. So we won't have to rehash over that. Sex work or OnlyFans, I feel like everyone should have an exit plan, in my opinion. Correct.
With all
you're right.
careers.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, well, I would say, especially in something where you're using a depreciating resource, which is your body. Sorry, but there's always going to be a newer, younger model that's going to take your place. Your business is going to deplete. Your fans are, you're not going to get as many new fans. Like, just like you can't strip forever. You can't do this forever. You need an exit strategy. Sadly, it's possible that the low life expectancy for trans women have probably made some people not plan for the future. And, once they get to the future, they're like, well, what do I do now? But, everyone just planning for the future. So, yeah, exit plans should be it. And yes, you're right. In all careers, there should be some sort of exit plan in that sense. But, it's called your 401k, stocks, all that junk, I keep throwing money at stocks, and I'm like, it'll do something someday, I think. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, it is seriously fucking gambling. It's like going to Vegas. You don't know which way it's gonna go.
No.
Oh, you don't do the gambling, huh?
I can't. You'll get $20, and that's about it.
That's good.
After that, I'm mad. I'm like, what's going on? It wasn't fun because I lost my money.
The house always wins.
Less dress I can buy. Oh, well, yeah.
The house always wins. Desiree is sad. She says sex work is dying. I wouldn't go that far. That's extreme.
It's changing.
OnlyFans is dying, but OnlyFans is not sex work. I mean, there are alternatives, but it's just not going to be as easy because OnlyFans had the market by the balls. Yeah. So, what was that bad thing?
No. Why's the market a man, huh? Oh, well, never mind. Not all men have balls.
There you go.
How dare I?
Yes. You know what show you're on, ma'am?
I'm canceled. What can I say?
Yep, Misha's canceled. Shit. Let's see here. Yeah, Cynthia, Texas will most likely be the last state to legalize weed. Hence, I'm moving.
South Carolina. Don't forget, my home state is in there. We're in the running to become the last one.
Nah, I think like Utah would probably be the last one. The Mormons ain't playing that shit. Yeah, they're extreme. Rick says folks need to get politically active. Start staying on your local leaders and start electing pro-trans leaders. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Completely co-sign with all that. Co-sign with all that all day.
It starts at home and then it goes to, city, state.
And real talk from the host of the Real Talk podcast. He says, real talk though, sex workers deserve their rights, and absolutely. And Jasmine, you're 100% correct. Greed has ruined this shit for everyone. Hey, Miss Myasia, thanks for joining us. And JJ says, to be fair to the anti-sex work crowd, most of their fear is of people being exploited, which is funny because it's the same fear pro-sex workers work. I'm assuming the pro-sex worker crowd has, just in different ways, I guess. There's that, but it's also, I would say from some men, I think there's a little incel energy in there too. There was a guy on here commenting earlier saying, well, back to Subway for you. Get the fuck out of here. Go get a job. This, and this. Like, you're fucking dancing on these people's misfortunes, and that's fucked up. And I mean, just because they don't want you or because you can't get a chick like them or they didn't respond to your DMs or whatever the fuck, like, don't be mad. Like, that's some incel shit, dude. Like, ascend beyond that level, really, because it's not about you, bro. Miss Myasia says there are life insurance companies that are fine-tuning their transgender-based policies where the premiums are astronomically high and biased. Did not know that.
Something.
Did not know that. I'm not surprised by that, but because any reason they can use to charge you more and deem you a risk. Whatever. I don't know. It's fucking dumb. But yeah,
I look into that.
I hate fucking insurance companies. But that is a plus of having that professional job a lot of times, because I'm not saying your company's health insurance is really or life insurance is gonna pay for everything, but usually it's double your salary wherever you're at. So even if you're making $40,000 a year, that's $80,000. That hopefully you don't have more than $80,000 in debt. But should be able to cover whatever you got left over. But yeah, I mean, you should, especially if you have kids, you should get more than just what your work has. But yeah, so I guess this was just the OnlyFans show, and we only have a couple minutes here to get the fuck out. So I did have a whole other thing to talk about, but I guess I'll just save that for another show.
There you go. Keep that content for yourself.
Yeah, shoots. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Questions, comments, concerns, please email the Men Like Us podcast at Gmail. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I need more subscribers. Please, please, please subscribe.
And like and hit the bell.
Exactly. And find me on Clubhouse. Follow the Instagram account. We're everywhere. Please do your best to share this show. If you're watching it, share with your friends. If you're on Facebook, hit the share button. Please help me spread this as much as possible. I need as many men aware of this channel as possible because we need to reach men. While today wasn't exactly a male focus, this is more just like a trending news conversation. There's still plenty of other content on this channel that can help men, understand themselves a lot better. So please, please, please be a part of the solution. Share out this content. Get more men watching the show. Love you for it. So with that, we are out, and we will see y'all next time.